Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars and welcome to my review for episode 7 of Star Trek Picard, and this episode is titled Nepenthe, which is the name of the planet that Picard scarpered off to at the end of the last episode with Soji. Now, if you've been watching my reviews for Star Trek Picard, you know my thoughts on this series. It started off reasonably strongly. The quality was on a slow decline then for a few weeks, and I thought last week it picked up on the quality, and I was hoping that quality was going to continue to pick up as these episodes went further in, and I'm happy to report that I do think this episode was indeed a little bit better than last week's episode. I'm happy to report. And after the end of last week's episode, we saw that Picard and Soji escaped from the Borg cube, basically, and they were transported to Nepenthe, which is the home planet that William Riker and Councillor Troi are now living on with their family, and they have a daughter, which I was pleased to see was played by Lulu Wilson, who you will have seen in the Annabelle Creation film. She's done a few horror films now. So she's quite well known in the horror genre, and I was pleased to see her in this because she's a very good child actress, and she does well in this episode as well. And she plays the daughter of Riker and Troi. They also had a son who we learn in this episode unfortunately passed away some years previously. And so Picard and Soji are on this planet. Soji doesn't trust Picard, doesn't trust anybody anymore. She's really struggling to build any trust. But this episode, even though it's not an overly exciting episode, I think very much like the first episode, it's good for nostalgia reasons, and it's good to see these interactions between Picard and Riker and Troi and the actors. You can see this affection and this comfortableness between them that just works. And again, like I've said previously, why did they not think to include more of the original crew in more of these episodes? To me, it's a bit of a baffling decision. It would have made this show that much stronger. It just would have. It would have, simple as that, because all the stuff on this planet with Riker and Troi was a joy to watch. It was brilliant. It felt like Star Trek for the most part for me. And I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed their interactions with the daughter and Soji as well. And by the end of this episode, when they leave this planet, I was actually a little bit sad because I wanted to see more of Riker and Troi, and hopefully we will by the end of this season. I genuinely don't know if we are, but it was really nice to see them in this episode. We did get some clips of Picard's spaceship. They're trying to escape from the Borg cube, and they are tracked by the Romulan spy, that scumbag that manipulated Soji. And Alison Pill's character, Dr. Agnes Jurati, is having a real crisis of conscience in this episode, and I thought her performance here was pretty good in this episode as well. I'm liking her character arc now a little bit. It's getting a little bit more complex, that storyline with her. But everything that we basically got on the Borg cube again, which was less than previous weeks, was pretty dull as dishwater. It was just a case of, well, I did enjoy it. I've not enjoyed much of the Borg cube stuff in this season at all, apart from last episode when Picard was on it. That kind of worked. So we do have here an upturn in quality of the last couple of episodes. It's starting to pick up now. The glimpse that we got of next week's episode looks again like it's going to get a little bit more exciting. We've only got, I think, 3 episodes left now, I think. So it's going to start to reach its climax pretty soon this season, even though I know there's a season 2 in the works. So yeah, I'm going to give this one an 8.5 out of 10. I gave last week an 8 out of 10, I believe. So I'm really pleased to see that increase in quality, and it was an absolute joy to see Jean-Luc Picard, William Riker and Councillor Troi together again on this planet. It was it was really good, really fun. Some really good interactions between them, some good conversations, some good dialogue, and it was very comfortable and enjoyable to watch. So yeah, I'm really pleased to say I enjoyed this episode. Keeping my fingers crossed that we get a strong end to the season and this upturn in quality continues. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the review, and I'll see you back here for more reviews very soon.